Hello, good evening. Welcome back to our Mass Effect Legendary playthrough. This is Mass Effect 3. We are FemShep on Insanity difficulty, as we have been throughout. And we are on the track of Leviathan, the Leviathan of Dis, a Reaper-like something or other that at some point killed a Reaper and has definitely been causing various bits of mischief around the galaxy, including wiping a whole research and mining team of their memories for 10 years. Which is pretty freaky. So, we've made good progress. We've saved Anne Bryson. So, now we're heading back to the office to find out what's going on. And finally track down this Leviathan. So we're looking good here. Ooh, hello. See, it's so sneaky the way it adds a little bit here or there about exploration when you think you've done it all, and they just sort of, oh, by the way, this is only 77%. It's cheeky is what it is, because now there's Indris to take a look at, so let's do that.
I found something.
Chalice, large rock planet wreathed in a haze of carbon dioxide and xenon, discovered by Batarian astronomers during the last century and first visited in the 2150s by Germany survey teams. A small number of colonists lived in aerostat habitats above its oppressive cloud layer, harvesting carbon dioxide. No habitats can be detected now. It's likely the Reapers eliminated them, or the colonists submerged them in an attempt to hide. Okay. Governor Prodman, what's name? Okay.
Faster than light jump successful.
Fuel.
Evasion successful.
Okay, so we're heading back to Citadel to Bryson's lab. I want to head to normal Citadel briefly. Just to see if there's anything I need to give her. Yeah, we'll go to Alliance Dogs for now. Do a quick skim around there. Make sure there's nothing new to buy. There's a couple of things I want to buy in this.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
No.
I'll handle it.
Yes, Commander.
And then we'll head over to... We can fast travel over to Bryson's lab from the Presidium. So we'll do that.
Thank you again, Commander. I appreciate the assist.
you're sure of what you saw?
Yes, Sergeant.
Heard from your brother since then?
No.
Spectre status recognized. Please select a destination. One moment, please.
Don't think there's anything new here.
Now arriving at Docking Bay E-24. Emergency civilian housing.
Fighting fiercely to keep Paladin. With the war between the Geth and the Quarians now ended, the Turian military is receiving vital and unexpected assistance.
Welcome to Batarian State Arms.
Yeah, I'm really not fussed about these
Batarian
blades.
State Arms, defending the hegemony. Your purchases are immune to the hegemony.
No. Okay, so nothing more to do here for now. Let's have a quick look at the journal. Ciphers and jamming technology. Don't think we've got those yet. And I'm sure I assisted the mechanic on Omega, so that
Spectre
one's
status
going to be left
recognized. Please select a destination.
incomplete, but
One moment, please.
not fairly, because I'm sure we got that.
Now arriving at Presidium Embassy.
System within striking distance of Thessia, the Asari homeworld.
Perhaps you could send the girl to your side of the family.
Are you kidding? My family disowned me when I married.
Let me in, let me in. Nothing new there.
Alliance militaries face major setbacks. The Turians and Krogan are still fighting fiercely to keep Paladin.
Spectre status recognized. One moment, please.
Okay, so just a quick trip around the shops here, and then we're all up to date. I don't think there's... Oh, there are a couple of things I want to buy here. I can never remember which shop they're in, though.
Welcome to Kanala Exports.
Kanala Exports.
At Kanala Exports, we believe that a peaceful heart is a strong heart. Thank you for shopping at Kanala Exports. Welcome to Elkos Combine Arsenal Supplies.
Don't be left out in the cold. Ask about our full-service warranties.
Any opened goods can only be returned for store credit. Thank you. Come again.
What price will you go to your family?
I think that might be everything. I think it is. Let's get on with it, shall we? To Bryson's lab. Doo-loo-loo-loo. What's with this slow to load graphics here? Come on. Oh, I need an Xbox Series X, don't I? Come on. Hello? Fun times. Okay. Crashed. Crashed like a derelict reaper. Sorry about this, folks. Shouldn't take a moment. Anyone else having these issues? Is the Xbox Series X worth getting? I think I will have to splash at some point, but having just moved house and with a little boy and such, I think it might be a while before I can stretch to it. I'd like a PS5 as well, but you know, between them, what's that? 1,200 quid? Pfft. Yeah, it's a way off, unfortunately. Yes, I'm playing. It's a good screen. I like the Legendary Edition graphic there. I do like that. It's very pretty. With all our favourite characters on it. Well, most of them. Boom. Okay, let's see where our last autosave was, shall we? Hopefully it was getting to the lab. Loading, loading, loading. When did this game come out originally? 2010? Is that what we thought laptops would look like in like 2 centuries time? Hmm.
Hello? Anne? You here? Anne?
Oh, Commander. Yes, I'm sorry. Just... This is hard.
That's all right. I can come back.
No, please. I'm okay. Seeing all this again... He was so obsessed. Crazy sometimes.
I didn't get a chance to know him.
Oh, sometimes I felt the same way. He was a great man. A pioneer. But he could be distant. I felt like an inconvenience growing up.
You sound angry.
I was angry. Still am, I guess. But sometimes, he was so full of stories, he nearly burst. I love that about him. It's why I signed up for this work. I can't believe he's gone.
figure this out.
We have to. I need to know what's on the other end of that artifact. What he died for.
We need your help. You're our last chance.
You're right. Let me dig into my father's work to see what I can find.
Anne, you sure you're up for this?
Yes. When Leviathan took control of me, I remember being somewhere cold and dark. But my father taught me to never be afraid of the dark.
Well, he wasn't wrong. You know, be afraid of the nasty monsters that are in the dark. But
I'm still amazed your father got his hands on a piece of a Reaper.
He was so excited. Your claims validated years of work.
Did you take appropriate steps to prevent indoctrination?
Of course. It was completely shielded, and we all had regular psych evals. But now, thanks to the artifact, I'm indoctrinated anyway, aren't I? Might as well be a Arachnite drone waiting for orders from the Queen.
You studied the Rachni?
I wrote my dissertation on them. My father thought it was a waste of time, but now, it might actually help us understand Leviathan.
In what way?
We think of the Rachni as telepathic, but there's really no such thing. At short range, the Queen uses pheromones to give orders. At long range, she uses an organic kind of quantum entanglement communicator. Whatever Leviathan does must be similar, entangling particles to stimulate neural activity. It uses the artifact to establish a connection, and then it controls the mind of anyone near it.
Loch Ness Monster?
Plesiosaur.
Loch Ness Monster's more interesting.
Interesting and non-existent.
Hey, Lola. Need a hand?
What brings you down here, James?
Heard you're closing in on the Reaper killer. Anything that can scare those bastards has to be worth a look.
That's what I'm hoping.
Commander, you see this thing? This is great! Ouch! Hey, Edie, husk bites, they don't turn you into a husk or anything, right?
I recommend you apply Metagel.
don't know, there was a problem with my mic there. I don't know if it got me, but when I talked about looked at the plesiosaur, I was saying, would Edie dare to tell Ken Donnelly that the Loch Ness monster doesn't exist?
Hey, if nobody claims this thing, we could take it with us. You know, for research or, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if I want that in the No, we're not having that in the cabin. Not this time.
We didn't detect any energy emissions from the artifact.
But the Reapers were able to use the artifact to trace Leviathan somehow.
My theory is that most of the time, the artifact simply acts as a receiver. We'll only be able to trace Leviathan through it when it actively takes control of someone.
As it did on the asteroid.
Right. Unless it needs something, Leviathan doesn't bother communicating. I guess it and my father had something in common.
You said Leviathan's control was similar to a quantum entanglement communicator, which is untraceable.
If that's the case, why does everyone worry about QEC communications being
Leviathan has to
hacked?
send a pulse through the artifact to alter your mind and create the quasi-QEC effect.
And that can be traced.
Right. Just like at the dig site. The Reapers were tracing the signal by activating the artifact. My father wanted to be at that dig site. He was getting too old for long digs, but he hated being stuck in the lab. He nearly missed my graduation because he was on a dig. Showed up still wearing his field gear. God. He'd have hated dying here.
People tend to hate dying anyway, really.
And I know this is hard, but if there's anything more you can tell us.
I don't think there's anything more I can tell you. But maybe I can show you.
What are you saying?
The artifact only sends out a signal when Leviathan's controlling someone. So let it control me. You could trace the signal.
You mean let it take you over? That's too dangerous.
It's my call, not yours. You said I'm your last chance to find this thing.
We have no idea what will happen.
If we wait, the Reapers will get to Leviathan first. I'm the only one here who's spent enough time with it to do this. You're looking for something to fight the Reapers, Commander. I'm looking for the monster that murdered my father.
We still don't know what we're looking for.
Then let's find out.
Commander, this thing we're doing with Anne sounds dangerous as hell.
Noted. Edie?
Energy signature locked in, waiting for activation.
You sure about this?
Yes. I'm sure.
I'm gonna be right here.
Okay. I'm ready.
James, drop the containment shield.
Shield is dropped.
Artifact online.
Anything?
Nothing yet. Wait. There's something. I feel a chill.
Edie?
No trace yet.
Holy hell!
Signal is tracking. Maintain connection.
Turn back. The darkness can't be breached.
Found it though.
Maintain connection.
Listen to me. I found you, and the Reapers are right behind me.
You have brought them.
You are a threat.
So are you. I've seen what you can do. The war needs you.
There is no war. There is only the harvest.
Edie, do we have enough?
Partial lock. Maintain connection to narrow the search.
You heard her. We got enough. I'm hitting the shield.
Do it.
Man.
Anne, are you alright?
Yes. I think so.
Did we get anything?
Yes, but it will take some time to search. Coordinates sent to the Normandy.
Good. It's a start.
Commander, I sense something else. Anger.
It knows we're getting close.
I think it wants to kill you.
Come on. Let's get you some help.
Yeah, I'm not worried. We've got like 10,000 Reapers that want to kill me. I mean, how bad can this thing be, really? Okay, I think we're done here. Let's go bag ourselves a Leviathan. Usually I do hit those renegade options and get it nice and narrowed down, but as a Paragon playthrough I figured, you know, seems a bit much to put hand through it for essentially to save us scouting around the Sigurd's cradle. Chug.
Signal confirmed.
That don't seem likely.
No sign of Leviathan at these coordinates.
The Iconics is far enough from its F-class star that its temperatures are almost tolerable to sapient life, but its extremely thin atmosphere makes it almost as hostile as a vacuum. Mining drones piloted by orbital stations would brave the high gravity to extract iridium, osmium, and other heavy metals. Triginta Petra, low density planet in comparison to Earth. Triginta Petra is also drier with wide land masses that are largely desert. Its dextrochirality native life has yet to make it out of the oceans, primarily producing cyanobacteria that provide limited amount of oxygen in the atmosphere. A handful of Turians colonized the planet and attempted to introduce land plants. Their chief hurdle was a lack of good topsoil, which required imports and sophisticated farming practices to overcome. Farmer's maximum Triginta Petra was, if you can last 5 seasons, you officially know what you're doing. As far as I know, Mass Effect is like the only main game, certainly the only one I've encountered, that talks about dextrochirality amino acids, which is such an interesting thing. So and it's a real thing, so we humans and all life on Earth
Reapers eluded.
are Levo. I think it's Levo. And simply means, God, I'm trying to remember now. This is not my area of expertise, but
I found something.
there's a oh God, I can't remember it. I did read about it, and it's fascinating that all life, it's one of the ways we know that essentially all life evolved on Earth from like one instance of complex life. So where you know, like if it had happened twice, then potentially. So they believe that complex life, multicellular organisms,
No sign of Leviathan
happened essentially once, and the Cambrian explosion of evolution, where multicellular life became the plethora of and variety of complex life that we see today, in terms of plants and animals. And
Signal confirmed.
they all hark back to a single moment where where the first multi-celled organism was created or evolved. Not created, evolved. And everything stems back to that, so therefore everything has that relation. And it was not Dextro, it was Levo. So the argument being, there's no reason that it couldn't have been.
Match our trace of Leviathan.
You know, if it happened the other way, then we'd all be Dextro amino, which is just interesting. So the argument is that Taurians and Quarians in the Mass Effect universe were Dextro, and therefore they couldn't eat our food, they couldn't live on our planets, you know. It's interesting. I'm clearly have to read up on that again because I've obviously forgotten most of it.
Cortez, what's the status on the probe we launched?
Tracking it now, Commander. I've confirmed that Leviathan's signal originates from this planet. Heard how, Anne helped us locate it. It's pretty spooky stuff.
Makes you wonder what we're going to find down there.
Dr. Bryson classified Leviathan as a Reaper killer. It appears it doesn't wish to be found.
It doesn't have a choice, we're here.
Right, but then what? It plays pretty rough, and if it is a Reaper, I don't know that's the kind of help we want.
Nobody says we have to be friends with it, but if this thing has the rest of the Reapers worried, then we need its help.
Commander, new readings from the probe. It's narrowed down Leviathan's location. You're not gonna like it.
Let's hear it.
There's nothing but ocean. I show a concentration of structures floating on the surface, but the probe's giving us a signal below that. Way below.
Underwater?
Looks that way. The shuttle should still be able to reach it.
That's possible?
Kodiak is spec'd to nearly 1,000 atmospheres, but I've never actually tested that.
Guess we're gonna find out.
Where are we?
Status!
Some kind of pulse hit us! Systems are shutting down! Brace for impact!
Everyone all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Not our best entrance, Shepard.
How's the shuttle, Cortez?
Checking now. I'll see if I can get power restored.
Copy that. We'll look around.
It would seem others have been stranded here as well. We aren't the first to encounter that pulse.
Could be Leviathan's last line of defense.
Well, you don't know it's the last line, do you? Interesting. New gun. Don't recall using the Argus before.
Can't say I recognize any of those ships. Just how long have they been here?
Case Bedlog, Hatton Brooks. The hull will hold, that's what they say. Whatever god watches over Ezo prospectors came through for us. Despite hell of a smack in the water, MSV Monarch displaces enough air to stay afloat. We're all thankful to be alive. Captain Pratt even ordered the champagne broken down. It was perspective on this. Big puzzle says what downed us in the first place. Conscience says it wasn't lightning, it was some kind of pulse. Directed energy weapon seems likely, but where would it come from? There's no radio traffic in the whole ocean side. Tonight's techs are going to reroute the power to get a good mass drop before getting thrusters firing. If all goes well, we'll be airborne in 24 hours. Well, I'm guessing that didn't happen.
Any idea how old these are?
The bones are untouched by scavengers. If they rotted clean from humidity and exposure, it might take more than a year.
Yeah, you guys are like... You're all
Shepard,
dead.
got one of those artifacts.
See when no one gets out of here.
Attempts to get airborne have failed every time. Damage done by those pulses, if you could call it damage, doesn't make much physical sense. Connections aren't fried, but Monarch's thrusters disengage. Distress beacon is likewise dead. Most of our electronics are still functioning. Doesn't seem to be a result of shielding. Without a distress beacon, we've got no chance. I hear bad things about ration supplies, and I think that's why the captain ordered us to collect rainwater and set up tents on the deck. Keeps us busy. Brooks has been talking about using Triton's weapon systems to blast fish. I agree, but I haven't seen anything that looks like a fish. I wish I were an optimist. Well, it's not help. Didn't help me either way, did it? Well, I guess we'll have to
got company, Shepard. Must have been right behind us.
Protect the shuttle!
Oh, come on, I was in cover. Yeah, I got that a bit wrong. I didn't realise they were flanking me there.
Protect the shuttle! Cortez, situation?
Swapping out the parts, Commander. Hang on. Almost there, Commander.
Cortez, what happened to almost there?
Out of development, Commander. Fixing it now.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Just a few seconds.
Okay.
Give us some cover fire!
Copy that.
Yes, yes, yes. We're coming, we're coming.
Okay, we're clear!
Nice work, Commander. But there's a development. We need to talk.
Yes, yes. Let me make sure I got all the loot, because I'm not sure I got all the loot.
Looks like a damaged Atlas. Different though, and it's not flying Cerberus colors.
And it's not taking shots at us, which is nice. Doesn't look salvageable, though.
Get everything here. I might have. Okay, we're all covered. Good. Yes. This is now super lightweight. Love it.
Status.
Shuttle's a mess, Commander. That pulse knocked it right out of the air. We're not going anywhere.
What about the Normandy?
Same thing would happen to her. And the landing won't be as pretty. I'd say Leviathan has some sort of defense system in place.
Then we aren't getting out of here until we find it. So how do we do that?
Well, you might be able to use a mech. Looks like it's rigged for diving.
A diving mech?
It's a Triton model. Military grade, repurposed for deep sea exploration. As long as the seawater hasn't corroded, it should be good to go.
Well, if that's what we have to do, let's get started.
Shepard, perhaps you are unaware of the degree of risk. Are we seriously proposing?
First, we'll need to restore power to get that cargo door open.
How?
I guess we are.
These old Ballard-class ships are equipped with exterior power sockets. They use them for emergency repairs. We can strip the cells from the shuttle and use those for juice. Hang on, I'll get you started. Got a cell for you, Commander. Find somewhere to plug that in. Another power cell for you, Commander.
Never a dull moment. Grab another cell, Shepard.
Ooh, okay then. Not good. Not good at all. bloody thing leaks fuel as well, so... Okay. Jeez. I don't suppose there's any point at all in trying to kill these because they'll just keep coming back, so... Where's the goddamn power socket? There. Ah! Oh, for fuck's sake. Hit the button!
Got a cell for you, Commander. What that is? Another power cell for you, Commander. Got another cell here. Cargo doors are opening, Commander. That neck is all yours. It should still have weapons capability.
Get out of my way, get out of my way, get out of my way, get out of my way. No. Why are you still...
That did it. Looks like we're in the clear now, Commander.
Good. I need to get in the water before
Okay.
they come back.
Roger that. Walk the mech back to me when you're ready to dive. I should check it over first.
All right, Commander. Let's get you out of there, and I'll do a systems check.
Listen, Shep, I'm all for crazy ideas, but this one's off the charts.
We've come too far to stop now. The way home is through Leviathan.
Okay, SEALs check out. Oxygen pressure is nominal. Systems are a go. It's as ready as I can make it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Take care down there, Commander.
Closing hatch. Engaging systems.
Testing comlink.
I read you. Here goes. Commencing dive in 3, 2, 1. Looks good so far.
Yeah, see, as you know,
Copy that.
I'm not sure I'd be very happy with that big stream of bubbles pissing out the back of my diving mech.
Cortez? Cortez!
No, stop now, that's a relief. Must have just been loose air in the joints or something, I suppose. But no, it's still dribbling. See, where is that air coming from? See, that's presumably air that I need to breathe. That's a problem. Okay.
Not sure if you can read me up there. Looks like I've finished the major descent. Can't see much from here. Suit is holding up. Emergency systems have come online. Life support operational. Scanner indicates the probe is below my position. Looking for a way down. Shutting down all non-critical systems to preserve remaining power. Not sure how much juice the emergency thruster will need to get me back to the surface. Can't worry about that now.
Yeah.
Getting some strange readings from the probe. Something is definitely down there.
I think I'd have a problem with going down there on this thing with literally no way of knowing if it's got enough juice to get me back again. I don't know. Maybe if you've got no choice, you've got no choice, I suppose. I mean, be starving to death on
the
that
probe directly
planet.
below me. Looks like the final drop.
Geronimo!
Can't see anything just yet. Found the probe. Seems intact. I'm gonna keep moving. What is that?
Oh, hello. I don't know, I think I've come just far enough.
I had to find you.
This is not your domain. You have breached the darkness.
You killed a Reaper. I need to know why.
They are the enemy. One that seeks our extermination.
But I thought you were a Reaper.
They are only echoes. We existed long before.
Then what are you?
Something more.
I know a few people have hypothesised that these guys might be the enemy in Mass Effect 4. which would be interesting.
Man, what's happening?
Your memories give voice to our words. Your nature will be revealed to us. Accept this.
You took down a Reaper. You could help win this war. Why the hell are you hiding down here?
There is no war. There is only the harvest.
Then help us stop it.
None have possessed the strength in past cycles. Your own species could be destroyed with a single thought. But you are different. I have witnessed your actions in this cycle. The destruction of Sovereign, the fall of the Collectors. The Reapers perceive you as a threat.
Rightly so. I've been banging their heads against the wall, left and right.
Before the cycles, our kind was the apex of life in the galaxy. The lesser species were in our thrall, serving our needs. We grew more powerful and they were cared for, but we could not protect them from themselves. Over time, the species built machines that then destroyed them. Tribute does not flow from a dead race. To solve this problem, we created an intelligence with a mandate to preserve life at any cost. As the intelligence evolved, it studied the development of civilizations. Its understanding grew until it found a solution. In that instant, it betrayed us. It chose our kind as the first harvest. From our essence, the first Reaper was created. You call it Harbinger.
So, you idiots, you were the apex race, the top of the galaxy, you owned the lot, you were masters of everything, you watched your alleged inferior and lesser races make machines and get their asses kicked by them. So you thought, in your genius, that you would create a machine and get your asses kicked by it. Amazing. Good job. that's just...
You built that machine despite what you saw the other races experience. Why?
You cannot conceive of a galaxy that bends to your will.
You were too bloody confident.
Every nation, every planet we discovered became
Hubris.
We were above the concerns of lesser species.
Couldn't happen to you, could it?
Intelligence was envisioned as simply another tool.
And now we all pay the price for your mistake.
There was no mistake. It still serves its purpose.
How did you remain hidden all this time?
Our extermination is not complete. Some survived and found refuge in the dark corners of the galaxy. I am their progeny. Over the cycles, the thrall races were controlled, removing traces of our existence as we directed them to. In this way, our survival was kept secret from the Reapers. Today, we reach out through the fragments and watch for discovery.
Fragments? You mean the artifacts we found?
They provide a window into the galaxy. Tools for exploring the events of this cycle from the safety of this world. Through them, we watch, we study, and remain in the shadows.
How did the intelligence defeat you?
To find a solution, it required information. Physical data drawn from organic life in the cosmos. It created an army of pawns that searched the galaxy, gathering this data. There was no warning. No reason given when they turned against us. Only slaughter. Only the harvest.
Tell me about the Reapers.
Each harvest ends with the birth of a Reaper. Perfect in its design. Each formed in Harbinger's image. Our image.
Although for the first time they were going to make a human one.
Organics.
What's the point of all these harvests?
The intelligence has one purpose: preservation of life. That purpose is not being fulfilled. It directed the Reapers to create the mass relays to speed the time between cycles for greatest efficiency. The galaxy itself became an experiment. Evolution, it's true.
Will it ever end?
Unknown. Until the intelligence finds what it's looking for, the harvest will continue.
It's looking for a species that can coexist with
What do you know about
AI.
the Crucible?
Good news, that's
You've
us.
watched its construction before. It has never been completed. Those who have tried still fell victim to the harvest. Its outcome is unknown.
Okay, you made your point. Will you help stop the cycle?
I have searched your mind. You are an anomaly, yet that is not enough.
Wait!
The cycle will continue.
No! You've been watching. You know this cycle is different.
We will survive. You will remain here as a servant of our needs. The Reapers will harvest the rest.
Yeah,
Release
no.
me. No one has to be harvested.
Nothing will change.
The Reapers know where you are. You can't just watch anymore. You have to fight. Even if you survive the battle today, the Reapers won't stop. Ever. Release me and we have a chance to end this once and for all.
It would be interesting to fight those in Mass Effect 4, but I don't know what. I don't think they'll do it because I don't think they're different enough to Reapers.
Your confidence is singular.
I've earned it. Out there fighting where you should be.
It is clear why the Reapers perceive you as a threat. Your victories are more than a product of chance. We will fight, but not for you or any lesser race. We were the first, the Apex race. We will survive.
Still.
And the Reapers who trespass on this world will understand our power. They will become our slaves. Today, they pay their tribute in blood.
Interesting.
Talk to me. We're good to go. I don't know what the commander did, but the pulse is offline.
They were able to fix that shuttle, even have a stripped all its power cells to open that cargo bay door. Oh.
Damn it, we got a Reaper inbound.
have that power, it's hard to understand how they really lost, isn't it? I mean...
Shepard, wake up! She's freezing. You okay?
Yeah. I'm fine. Hell of a headache.
We're lucky we got you back. I've got Ann Bryson on the comm.
Good. Put her through.
Commander.
You feeling better?
Yes, thank you. I'm doing fine. What happened?
We found it, Anne. We found Leviathan.
Was it worth it?
I don't know. We proved it can't hide anymore. That it's a part of this war just like us.
Sounds like an amazing story.
One for the history books.
Well, I look forward to hearing all about it. My father would appreciate this, knowing the truth is out there. In the meantime, Admiral Hackett has asked me to join his scientific team. We all have our part to play. I should get to it.
Take care, Anne. And thanks for all your help. Shepard out.
Well, that's Leviathan. Uncovered
Commander, I finished reading your
Apex
report.
race.
The Alliance wanted more intelligence on the Reapers. I'd say we got it.
Our people will be studying it for years to come. They're already calling it the Leviathan Codex. It rewrites galactic history as we know it.
Whatever else it means, it tells me the Reapers had a beginning. And maybe now we'll provide them with an end.
That's one way to look at it. I guess it's the only way. So go out there and make it happen. This is a big step in the right direction, Shepard. Good work.
Thank you, sir.
Hackett out.
Don't return the salute then, will you? Jeez. Dominate. So. The governor of the Batarian colony, Kamala, was outspoken in the early hours of the Reaper assault, blaming the Alliance for the destruction of the Batarian convoys that were in fact destroyed by Reapers. Now liberated from his home world, the governor has undergone a dramatic conversion. His daily extranet videos rally his former conservative xenophobic subjects to embrace the Citadel species as brothers and sisters in arms. Unlike many Batarian politicians, he also avoids micromanaging military affairs, content with inspirational tasks and the logistical nightmare of providing urgently needed relief to the Batarian refugees. Cool. Devil's Void fighters. Vulture fighter pilots trained by human and Taurian mentors. Liquid assets. Leviathan Enthrallment Team. A mixed species team of special operations soldiers have volunteered to covertly deliver Leviathan artifacts behind heavy enemy lines. These attacks aim to make Reacher creatures thralls of the Leviathan. On a small scale, this could cause chaos and disruption. On a large scale, and if given enough time, it could form an army of Reaper creatures dedicated to exterminating their own kind. The team's major limiting factors are the small number of artifacts and the reluctance of Alliance commanders to operate openly with such a potent weapon for fear the Reapers might develop a countermeasure. Well, that and they might use it against us later. Omega Ezo Horde. As promised, Aria has started transporting her Ezo supplies through the Alliance. Omega raiding fleet. Trosky, okay. Synth diamond heat sinks. Dr. Anne Bryson. Got a good old list here. We're fully tooled up on war assets. Enough for the full top end ending, and we've still got a fair way to go yet. Right then. Guess there's nothing more to do but to get over to Thessia and see what's going over there. I misspoke in the last part, by the way. So in the last part I said that there was this mission, this mission, and then we would do the DLC, and then there was the final fight, and that was it. And that's not the case. So there's Priority Thessia, there's a couple of, at least one more N7 mission, then there's Priority Horizon, and only then we'll do the DLC, then it's the final kickoff, that's the final fight. So for now, Thessia.
Is under heavy Reaper attack. There's activity across most of the planet.
What about the temple? Can you raise the scientists?
Negative. All channels are scrambled across the spectrum. The mission's looking really dicey.
This is too important. It's now or never.
Shepard, that's my home down there. I have to go.
Then get to the shuttle, and let's do this.
So I always bring Javik to this mission. Much as I hate to lose Garrus because he's just such a killer with that sniper rifle. And to have basically no one with tech skills other than me. It's not ideal for an engineer, but still. It's the dialogue's just too funny with Javik. Yeah, we won't be using that, but something there, 45% off the ultralight pistol, lovely. %50 accuracy boost, love it. High caliber barrel. Oh, I really wish I had the other one. 25% boost and versus. Thing is, it's just not worth that extra weight. Would be nice, but it's not worth the weight. Okay. Liara. Extra damage. Right then, let's get down there. Save some Asari.
Liara, do you have anything more on this artifact?
These coordinates the counselor gave you are for the Temple of Athame. My mother took me there once. It's several thousand years old, and for some reason, it has classified government funding.
Sounds like we're on the right trail.
What if we're too late? My people are dying down there.
Your empathy is a weakness. You must numb yourself to loss.
Thessia took you to this temple?
I was just a child. I thought it was a history lesson, but now, maybe there was more to it.
What do you mean?
I went digging through her old files. She had heavily encrypted records on this place, some dating back centuries. I still can't crack most of them. Whatever's going on, it's well hidden.
I've studied your old mission
Suspicion.
report. Your mother was indoctrinated.
Yes, we had to kill her.
Yet it did not stop you from fighting. As I said, steel yourself. Lives will be lost.
We can't ignore that people are dying. The Reapers may not have mercy, but we do.
It is their indifference that gives them power.
Then let's show them there's another way.
This can't be happening. My home.
There's no time to... We're exposed up here.
Let's get down.
You must be Commander Shepard! Lieutenant, Outpost Titan is running an evacuation. We all are. Tell them to let everyone out. Eastern perimeter reports to breach. Where are the reinforcements? Got another one. This is Task Force Pandora. Requesting reinforcements at Quad 091. Situation urgent. More incoming. I'm getting weaker. There's nothing. Safe.
Commander, we heard... The barrier's been breached! Commander, we'll talk later. Get on that gunner or do some damage. Enemy targets on the bridge! Hold them back! Barrier!
Never lost that before. But then that husk was basically impossible to reach by the turret. So what was I supposed to do? Okay.
Lieutenant! Outpost Tychus is running out of ammunition. Commander, we heard... The barrier's been breached! Commander, we'll talk later! Enemy targets on the bridge! Hold them back!
Better.
I want that gunship prepped and in the air. Plug that hole! We're on it! Someone get me a location on our snipers. Yes, ma'am. Commander, I'm Lieutenant Curran. We've been told to expect you. My orders are to hold this grid at all costs. Shore up the barrier! But our perimeter's collapsing, and I'm getting my people out of here. This is important. We need your help. Well, unless you can give me a good reason to stay, we're not dying for a field of rubble. We're after a relic inside the temple. It's important. That's what this is all about? One of our outposts has been trying to reach the scientists over there, but we lost contact. Get that gunship moving! Now! I'm sorry, Commander. If your relic has lasted this long, it can wait a little longer. I've lost enough people today. I'm pulling the rest of them out.
No! I sense you the lineage of a leader. A warrior's skill and cunning. They are strong in your genes. But you've grown tired of them. You're exhausted by defeat, and now you worry you don't have the courage left to go on.
By the goddess. Are you...
Find your resolve. This war can end if you do.
We're building a Prothean superweapon. It will win this war. I believe it. This is Lieutenant Curran. Hold your positions. I want to pass
Believe
to
it.
the temple.
This is worth
Outpost Tychus,
fighting
we've
for.
got people coming your way. Let's make sure the galaxy knows the war was won on Thessia. Make it count.
Make sure in dark.
I was here years ago. To see the city burning like this is...
It can be rebuilt. Just worry about the next 20 meters. Watch it!
This has to end.
Draw straight from your aim. It will keep you alive.
Remember that, because here they come. Staggered approach. Try to use cover. Push them back!
Nice.
That was the last one.
Then move! Get off the bridge!
On that building! We've got science report! No! Damn them!
Keep your focus, Liara.
Those things are slaughtering my people!
How big is it?
Gather and take cover! Watch the edges! Don't let him get around us!
What's the perimeter?
Right then. Goodies, goodies. Are there any goodies? Are there any goodies?
They just won't stop.
More of them ahead!
I'm sure I remember there being some kind of goodies in here around here somewhere, surely?
That door ahead looks like our way out of this mess.
Another mutated storage! A good fight!
Keep up the pressure!
This one has spirit!
Alright, let's get moving before more of them come back.
The old Hydra weapons aren't much bloody use in insanity level difficulty, are they? I mean, that hit us square in the face at more or less
There's a ramp here, Shepard.
zero
Might be
range.
our way through.
She still shrugged it off. She still had barrier left. Oh well.
I still can't face those things. My own people.
When we fought the Reapers, they turned our own children against us.
I can't imagine that.
They assumed we would hesitate to kill them.
Did you?
What answer would you prefer?
None. Let's stop talking about this.
Yes, let's stop talking about that. There's a point where it's just not funny. That's a decent sized Reaper.
Sorry, we might be able to reach them.
The Reaper is moving on. One less we get to kill.
This is Specialist Kayla. Specialist Geneva was just killed by enemy fire. No sign of her yet.
Broken shotguns worth 3,000 credits.
I'm cut off from Outpost Tychus. Understood. I'll do what I can. Watch your head! How long can you hold out? Now that you're here, as long as it takes. Can you really win this war? Get to that temple and the Reapers are history! Grab some gear over there if you need it, and let's do some damage! Nice shot! Hit one! Don't let up!
It's the kill zone.
Nice shot! Hit one! Going to target! Nice shot! You hit one! Nice shot! Taking cover! You hit one! Outpost Tychus isn't far from here. I can cover you. Go!
Okay, did we get all the goodies? I think we got all the goodies, didn't we?
I think we're in the clear. Let's get out of here. Toward the Reaper. It's a way out of here.
You have an interesting concept of escape.
No choice. This nightmare never ends.
The hell it won't. We get to this artifact and we can all wake up.
50,000 years later.
50,000 years later. Thanks, Javik. It's really encouraging. Thanks.
Watch it! We're trying to reach Outpost Tychus.
You're looking at it.
What about the rest of your squad?
They're all dead. We tried punching through to the scientists, but I'm all that's left.
What about reinforcements?
We had gunships flying support, but things got too hot with that Reaper. They can't chance it.
I know it's rough, but I don't see another way in without their help.
Have I
I don't
told
know.
you how
I'm
much
pretty
I
sure
hate
I'd
this
sort this
war?
out if you just let me.
Talon Swarm, this is Outpost Tychus. Is there anybody left on this frequency? We are in need of immediate air support. Commander Shepard is here.
Copy, this is Talon 1. I'm on the way. Talon 5 inbound. Ground targets
light them up. Yeah, don't hang around for them to shoot back at you.
This is Talon 5. Whatever you're gonna do, you better do it now. Go, Commander! I'll cover you from here. Commander Shepard, I've got your back. Let's get you into that temple.
Next time we go to war, maybe the Alliance can spring for air support.
Well, the Alliance has been in this fight for months, and your government, were doing dick all about it. So, you know what? Maybe next time we go to war, the Asari can actually go to war at the beginning of the war. You know. Jesus. No, 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 no. Ugh, I did not bloody jump me out of cover when I didn't mean to jump out of cover there. I was trying to... Whoops.
much sacrifice. We have to make it worth something.
So usually I'm able... I don't think it's possible to save Talon 5, but usually I'm able to deal with those worm necks, as Garrus calls them, harvesters. Yeah, usually I'm able to deal with them. I don't know. Something about the engineer, like getting combos off, I just really struggle to get them right.
Looks like we're in the clear. Let's get inside.
It appears that...
Let me take a look. It's military-grade encryption. I think I can override it.
Do religion and military always mix among Asari?
No, this is unusual. Especially since few still follow the Athame doctrine.
Suspicious. So bearing in mind that encryption was in place, and we're the first here, you've got to wonder why it is that the Asari scientists are in the position that we're about to find them in.
Take a look around. Maybe one of these artifacts is what we're looking for. What's this?
The goddess Athame's shield. Legends say she used it to protect Thessia when the heavens grew angry. Our ancestors were probably misinterpreting a meteor shower.
It was an asteroid strike. We deflected it.
You mean the Protheans? But that would imply Athame.
Is not what you believe her to be.
Just keep looking.
She looks very Prothean. That's not the best one to start with, really.
Guessing these are the scientists.
Their throats.
What happened to them?
They've been slit. The Reapers didn't do this. We're going to have to figure this out on our own.
Who's that supposed to be?
The goddess Athame herself. It's a relic of the old faith.
Then why does Athame speak Prothean?
What do you mean?
There is something here. I can sense it.
In this temple? I admit it is strange this place has been so well preserved. Though Athame does have great historical significance, we once believed our gods were separate from the world, looking down on us. There is a universal energy.
Ah! There's a Prothean beacon here.
What? You're sure?
It's not something you forget.
But why hide it?
The answer is obvious.
Why is
power
Javik invisible?
and influence. Your people are holding the knowledge of my race for their own gain.
That can't be. I can't believe my people would keep this a secret.
A beacon like this could explain why Asari are so advanced.
This temple is thousands of years old. Time enough to make serious progress.
That doesn't make it true.
Even a small amount of data would give your species an edge. Or are you insulted that your government didn't involve you?
The Mars ruins are where humanity got Mass Effect technology.
And we learned of it from the ruins of the Inusanum, the race that came before us. It was our secret for centuries.
Well, if it is true, the Asari should have shared this knowledge. We might not have been in this mess if they had.
You don't know that, Shepard. We don't know what's going on here.
Not really sure why Javik's decided to go invisible. It's a neat trick,
The
though. I
few
wish he'd do
records
it
I can
in
access
combat.
talk about tapping into
Oh, he's
Prothean data streams, reconstructing matrices, none of which I see here.
I do. The activation process has begun.
By the goddess. Literally.
Look around. There must be more of these connections.
Incredible. The beacon seems to think you're Prothean, Shepard. It must be the cipher you got back on Pharos years ago.
Or it could be the Prothean standing next to you.
Yeah, it's pretty clearly a Prothean, isn't it? I mean, look. Athame
Keep
doesn't look
searching.
Asari, does
There
she?
have to be more connections nearby.
There is nothing useful here. The end of the war is near. Find what we need, finish the Crucible, and vengeance is complete.
I can't believe this whole temple is a front.
Best place to hide a secret is out in the open.
They've been extracting data from it for centuries. I never knew.
Let's hope it doesn't take us as long.
It's gaining power.
I didn't... We're not getting all the...
Seems each connection provides more power to the beacon.
I'm going to jump back. I want to do that again because A, it was a bit weird that Javik was bugging out and disappearing, but also because I want to look at those. You get some really cool dialogue. I thought you'd get it after looking at the main statue, but you don't. So I'm going to do that again. Hopefully it didn't auto-save. Yeah, there we go.
Something is wrong. Your scientists should be here.
Take a look around. Maybe one of these artifacts is what we're looking for. What are we looking at here?
A primitive rendition of the goddess Athame. She's speaking to her ancient Asari followers. I don't think this is the artifact.
Do you notice how Athame looks Prothean?
What? But that can't be.
It is and it was. We were here in the beginning, watching you grow. Athame was us.
Well now.
What do you know about this?
A page from one of our earliest religious texts, the Athame Codex. It's not what we need. It describes how Athame's guide Janiri gave my people seeds. He taught them the seasons so they could grow crops.
We didn't want you to starve. I find it strange your scientists would abandon their own planet.
They wouldn't. Doesn't look useful. That's Janiri, Athame's guide who brought enlightenment to Thessia long ago.
And you don't see the resemblance? He was no servant of an imaginary goddess. He was Prothean.
Very clearly Prothean.
How about this?
It's more from the Codex. Doesn't look promising. It describes how Athame taught our ancestors mathematics.
Before that, you could only count as high as your toes. We took pity. For something as important as this artifact, there should have been fail-safes.
Only count as high as your toes, Liara.
Could this be the artifact?
I don't think so. It's the goddess Athame's sword. Myths say she wielded it against the jealous gods who threatened our ancestors.
They were a race called the Ouroboros. Thessia had vast resources. We protected you from them.
But nothing in my studies has ever suggested Prothean involvement in our past.
Then you didn't study hard enough.
Burn.
What's this?
The goddess Athame's shield. Legends say she used it to protect Thessia when the heavens grew angry. Our ancestors were probably misinterpreting a meteor shower.
It was an asteroid strike. We deflected it. Your gods were feeling kind that day.
Just keep looking.
Your gods were feeling kind that day. Well, can you imagine how utterly earth-shattering this would be if this happened to you? Like, if we discovered that aliens have been manipulating all our gods and religions and histories and stories were all actually interference.
What about this one?
Another page from the Codex. I doubt this is it. It describes Lucen, Athame's guide who taught our ancestors about the stars.
Your species was deemed to have potential. A pity you didn't live up to it. I believe we are missing something.
Could this be the artifact?
I don't think so. That's a sculpture of Lucen, one of Athame's servants who walked among my ancestors, bestowing knowledge.
He was no servant of an imaginary goddess. He was Prothean.
So the Asari were directly
Another
uplifted
page
by
from the
Protheans,
Codex. Not very useful.
who became
It talks about
transferred
Athame's
into.
guide granting us the gift of biotics as a reward for worshipping her.
That gift involved years of genetic research.
This is almost too much to take.
And that's interesting as well. So the Protheans literally mucked about with the Asari until they could naturally, without amps, have biotics. Every single one of them have biotics because of the Protheans' interference. genetic
Guessing
research.
these are the scientists.
It's the goddess Athame again.
You can still believe that, but it won't change the truth.
Okay. Now we've looked at them all. And Liara's had her earth shattered.
What happened to them?
They've been slit. The Reapers didn't do this. We're going to have to figure this out on our own.
Who's that supposed to be?
It's Athame. Her image became more like ours over time.
You mean your ancestors tried to hide the truth?
I'm still not willing to believe any of that's real.
Then why does Athame speak Prothean?
What do you mean?
There is something here. I can sense it.
In this temple? I admit it is strange this place has been so well preserved. Though Athame does have great historical significance, we once believed our gods were separate from the world, looking down on us. There is a universal energy.
Ah! There's a Prothean beacon here.
What? You're sure?
It's not something you forget.
But why hide it?
The answer is obvious. Power and influence. Your people are holding the knowledge of my race for their own gain.
That can't be. I can't believe my people would keep this a secret.
A beacon like this could explain why Asari are so advanced.
This temple is thousands of years old. Time enough to make serious progress.
That doesn't make it true.
Kind of does, Liara. You can see it.
Even a small amount of data would give your species an edge. Or are you insulted that your government didn't involve you?
The Mars ruins are where humanity got Mass Effect technology.
And we learned of it from the ruins of the Inusanum, the race that came before us. It was our secret for centuries.
Well, if it is true, the Asari should have shared this knowledge. We might not have been in this mess if they had.
You don't know that, Shepard. We don't know what's going on here.
I know we don't have much time to find out.
Poor Liara.
The few records I can access talk about tapping into Prothean data streams, reconstructing matrices, none of which I see here.
I do. The activation process has begun.
By the goddess. Literally.
Look around. There must be more of these connections.
Incredible. The beacon seems to think you're Prothean, Shepard. It must be the cipher you got back on Pharos years ago.
Or it could be the Prothean standing next to you.
Yeah. Could be that. Could be that.
Keep searching.
There is nothing useful here. The end of the war is near. Find what you need.
So this is what, so...
It seems each connection provides more power to the beacon. This doesn't appear to be a connection.
So wrong
we should
about
keep searching.
what they've done. So the Asari had working Prothean technology. They had access. More so, you know, every other race had scraps and
that isn't what we
need. Little bits and pieces, but they had everything. You know, they had the actual Protheans walking among them initially. You know.
Doesn't look like a connection.
Yes.
I can't believe this whole temple is a front.
Best place to hide a secret is out in the open.
We've been extracting data from it for centuries.
The activation is complete. We can access the beacon now.
They squandered this information, and they should have known the Reapers were coming, and they would absolutely have been able to help and been more prepared for this had they been willing to admit to the rest of the
we can access the beacon now.
Species, the rest of the council species, that they had such a rich access to Prothean architecture and technology.
We need to hurry. This place isn't going to... last very long.
Obtaining chronological marker. Hold. Timescale established. Post-Prothean cycle confirmed.
One of our computers.
Reaper presence detected. This galactic cycle has already reached its extinction terminus. Systems shutting down.
Hold on.
We need answers.
To what question?
The catalyst. We need to know what it is to finish the Crucible.
A memory of one of my people.
I am called Vendetta, an advanced virtual construct of Patrick Van, overseer of the project you refer to as Crucible. He died fighting the Reapers in the Battle of Tranvia 9. Your remaining time is also at an end.
Were all Protheans so grim?
Pretty much.
What happened to the Crucible in your time? Why didn't the Protheans deploy it?
We were sabotaged from within. A splinter group argued we should dominate the Reapers rather than destroy them. It fractured our order of battle. Later, we discovered the Separatists were indoctrinated.
I always suspected as much.
And now we're facing the same problem.
Our studies of past ages led us to believe that time is cyclical. Many patterns repeat.
Like the Reaper attacks.
And beyond. The same peaks of evolution, the same valleys of dissolution. The same conflicts are expressed in every cycle, but in a different manner. The repetition is too prevalent to be merely chance.
We assumed the Reapers were responsible for the pattern.
Perhaps, though I believe the Reapers are only servants of the pattern. They are not its master.
So who is the master?
Unknown. Its presence is inferred rather than observed. The only certainty is its intention. Galactic annihilation. You now stand at that precipice.
There's still hope for this cycle. We need to know what the catalyst is. Trillions of lives are at risk.
Trillions of lives are always at risk. But if the Reapers have arrived to end your cycle, this discussion is too late.
We can break the cycle. We found your plans for the Crucible. We're building it right now.
The Crucible is not a Prothean design. It is the work of countless galactic cycles stretching back millions of years. Each cycle adds to it. Each improves upon it. Thus far, none have successfully defeated the Reapers with it.
I know a thing or two about killing Reapers. Just tell us what the catalyst is.
Listen to the human. She can be trusted.
I detect you are one of us. You are Prothean.
The last. I am the final hope to avenge our people.
Your mission was known to me. Do you believe this present cycle can deliver retribution?
They have earned the right to try.
Tell us what we need to know.
Very well. If you have followed the plans for the Crucible, I will interface with your systems and assist with the catalyst too. Indoctrinated presence detected. Activating security protocol.
No, just tell us what it is. God damn it.
You killed the scientists. What do you want?
So hang on.
Your attention.
Let me get this straight.
Someone would
Kylane
like to talk
snuck
with
through the encrypted force field, killed the scientists, snuck back out through the encrypted force field, leaving it on, without getting the Prothean VI and the beacon.
Shepard.
And then what? Came back again?
How did you find this place?
The archives. Or did your shadow broker miss that one?
Show yourself. I promise I won't miss.
Stick to your talents, Dr. Dasani. You've helped uncover the key to subjugating the Reapers.
Or destroying them.
Damn it, Shepard. Destroying the Reapers gains us nothing.
How about peace?
They're just trying to control us. Think about it. If they wanted all organic life destroyed, they could do it. There would be nothing left.
What the hell are you talking about?
I know them, Shepard. I know how they think.
Yeah.
I think you've gotten a little too close to the enemy.
Damn right you have.
No. I'm saying they've got it right. Why kill when you can control?
The Reapers have it right? You're indoctrinated. You're doing just what they want.
I could say the same of you. Wasting time on a war that can't be won.
At least I'm fighting.
Never question my ability to fight. I've been fighting them longer than you can imagine. And don't assume you know me. My methods for dealing with the Reapers are simply more refined than yours.
You've forgotten everything you stood for. Cerberus was supposed to be humanity's sword, not a dagger in our back.
Poetic, but as usual, you missed the point. The world is more gray than you care to admit.
With the Prothean data in this beacon, I can end this conflict once and for all. You're either with me or against me. There's nothing gray about that.
No, I suppose there isn't. Leng, The commander has something I need. Please relieve her of it. And then bring me the data.
Understood.
As you wish. As you wish.
You're slower than I imagined, Shepard. Your friend Thane died like a coward. I've been hit. Cover me while I recharge.
Commander, the gunship!
Get to cover!
I've got this. I need to recharge. Cover me.
The gunship's taking up position!
Shepard is mine now. You've had your fun now, Shepard. It's a pity the good ones never last.
There's only one way this
If
ends.
you've got a shield breaking technology, you really can beat him quite easily.
Target the supports. Cerberus thanks you for all your hard work.
Lang, you're such a pussy. I'm not being funny, but we just kicked your ass and you had a gunship shooting at us. And infinite shields. You know, we call this a defeat, but really? And that bloody VI. Why didn't it just say what it needed? Why didn't it just tell us? Look at the size of that beacon. Look at all the information in there. Amazing. But God.
Shepard! Hang on!
Goddamn Cerberus. Seriously.
This is Shepard. Give us your location.
I repeat, is anyone on this frequency?
We read you. Give me your
The lieutenant's down. Our whole zone is collapsing. What happened to Shepard? Did they make it to the temple? I saw them. Wait, I've got a Reaper inbound. Please, is anybody there? Wait, guys, no.
Not a successful mission. But seriously, you know. There's no way that was coming off. Kai Lang with his air support. The Reapers letting him go because they know he's indoctrinated.
Commander?
Counselor? The mission...
We've lost contact with Thessia. It's gone dark. How soon will the Crucible be ready to deploy?
Counselor, I wish the news was better. We didn't get the information.
What happened?
Cerberus was there. We were defeated. We don't know how to finish the Crucible.
I don't know what to say.
Maybe sorry for keeping for thousands of years the answer we had needed to get in like minutes.
The Reapers
hours.
are there in strength.
Then you'll excuse me. There are preparations to make, continuity of civilization to consider. I never thought this day would come.
You had the answer all along. And you hid it from us until the very last... Well, until it was too late. It was past the very last moment, you idiots.
Asari forces are in full retreat. It is no longer safe for us to remain in this system.
Get us out of here.
Shepard. Nobody could have predicted Cerberus would reach Thessia before us.
It's my job to be prepared, no matter what. And now Thessia's lost, as is the data on the catalyst. I'm sick of Cerberus beating us to the punch.
Let's kick them in the balls first for a change.
I'm with James. Anyone know where they're hiding? Anyone?
Well, there is something.
Let's hear it, Trainer.
I was able to track Kai Leng's shuttle through the relay and extrapolate his destination. But the signal disappeared in the Yera system.
Naturally.
It's not just gone, though. The signal is being actively blocked.
How?
I'm not sure, but something is interfering with all signal activity in that region of space.
Commander, the Yera system is home to Sanctuary and little else. Sanctuary is a supposed safe haven for war refugees.
You think it's worth checking out, Trainer?
Yes, Mom, I do.
If Specialist Trainer hadn't examined the data so astutely, the interference would have been undetectable.
Nice work, Trainer. You've given us a shot. Now let's make sure we don't waste it.
I was stationed on Horizon in the Lyra system, and you were the only Cerberus presence while I was there.
It's a slim lead. Let's hope it's the right one.
I don't care how slim the leads are at this point. We've come too far to let Cerberus stop us. I want that Prothean data. I want the catalyst. No excuses. Dismissed.
Shepard is pissed off.
Commander, Admiral Anderson is available on VidCom.
Shepard, I heard about Thessia.
We were so close, Anderson. So damn close to ending this war.
You didn't think it'd be that easy, did you?
I knew going in what the Reapers were capable of, but I also knew what I was capable of. And losing the Asari homeworld wasn't in the playbook.
Shepard, you know how many times I got my ass handed to me over the years? Surviving the first contact war back in the day was a goddamn miracle. They said I was a hero. I just felt lucky to get out alive. So maybe Kai Lang did beat you. What of it?
He beat me with a
It
gunship
could cost us the war.
and a regenerating
These guys in
shield.
the Resistance,
and
they know it's a losing proposition.
plot
They know the chances of seeing tomorrow are slim to none.
I'd have buried that
But we all
tosser
signed
if it
up
wasn't for...
anyway. Hell, I'm sitting in London right now staring at rubble. I was born here. And it's looking like I might die here too. So I say point us at the Reapers and we'll take our chances.
You'll make it, Anderson. And when this is all over, you can show me London.
It might need a new coat of paint first.
It's recovered from the
Be over
Blitz, it
soon.
will recover from this.
It better. Shake this off, Shepard.
I will.
Anderson out.
Not after we took down that Reaper on Rannoch. I don't know.
Yeah, but there's no way we could have stopped every Reaper on Thessia. The Asari should have jumped in earlier.
Well, that's the truth of it. They fucked about too long.
Commander, Cerberus has attacked a comm facility on Ontaron. I've updated the galaxy map. Thanks for listening, Commander.
It was a good idea. And right now, it's the best lead we've got.
In any event, good luck.
So you survived our fight on Thessia. You're not as weak as I thought. Never forget your best wasn't good enough to stop me and my massive gunship. Now an entire planet is dying because you lack the strength to win. The legend of Shepard needs to be rewritten. I hope I'm there for the last chapter. You'll be you'll be there for a last chapter. Kai Lang. Yeah. It won't be long before we
If we don't finish that crucible soon, there won't be a galaxy left to save.
before we give Kai Lang his
So Thessia,
comeuppance.
huh? I guess the Asari are wishing they had fewer dancers and more commandos right about now. Too soon?
In case you hadn't noticed, we just lost a few million people. This isn't the time.
Listen up to this. Listen.
You see this? Tiptree.
Tiptree.
Little colony out in the ass end of nowhere. My dad lives there. So does my sister. Reapers rolled in about 2 weeks ago.
A little earlier than that, I think.
So you can assume that I'm generally aware there's a war on, Commander.
So why the jokes?
Because EDI says that according to your armor's metabolic scans, you're under more stress now than during the Skillian Blitz. Like more than Elysium, where it was pretty much you versus 10,000 Batarians trying to kill you. And the last time I had a briefing with Anderson, he told me to take care of you. The guy leading the resistance on Earth is worried about you. And I'm supposed to help.
Tiptree. His dad, his sister Hillary. We know her fate because right at the beginning of the game we listened to a couple of Asari. One was suffering from PTSD from a deployment on a human colony world, Tiptree, where she partnered up with this farm girl, Hillary. It didn't go well. Go back to the early parts of this playthrough if you want to see that. It's I do highlight it at the time. Sad story that nobody ever tells Joker throughout this. There's no opportunity to say, Joker, I'm really sorry. We know what happened to Hillary. Gunny.
I appreciate the thought, Joker, but I'm fine.
The hell you are. You're like half robot at this point. No offense, EDI. And it's my fault. When the Collectors blew up the first Normandy, you died because I wouldn't leave. Because you had to come back for me.
I couldn't leave the best pilot in the fleet behind, could I?
Yeah, well, I guess that would have looked bad on your report.
Come on. We got work to do.
Commander?
Shepard, I have a question about human behavior.
This isn't the best time, EDI.
Perhaps humor? A penguin is driving through the Arizona desert.
I'm not in the mood.
A lively rendition of La Marseillaise?
God, no.
Very well. I will maintain a respectful silence until you indicate otherwise. Hello, Shepard.
A lively rendition of the Marseillaise. Yeah, no, I don't think we need to hear any French Revolutionary songs. Thank you very much. So a quick chat with the team, and then call it for tonight.
Shepard, this wasn't your fault.
It's not about fault. I was supposed to stop them.
You will.
I don't know if I can do this, Tali. Earth, Palaven, Thessia. I'm risking everything to build the Crucible, and I'm not even sure what it does. Who am I to make that call?
You're the one who was right, all along. You fought when no one else would, when nobody else believed you. You can do this. I know you can. Thanks, Shepard. Thanks, Shepard.
Don't know why I'm thinking you're thanking me, but okay. It's a shame we never got an extra character to join the squad where I'm sitting there. Always kind of felt like there might have been plans for another squad mate.
Dr. Tassoni is visiting the Prothean in his quarters, Commander.
Well, that doesn't sound good now, does it?
Any word from your family?
They made it off Palaven. It was tight, but they're okay.
We'll take every scrap of good news we can get.
Wish I had more, though.
Why?
I just had to make a tough call with the Primarch. He said our fleets are being decimated, so I advised him to cease all offensive operations against the Reapers.
A full retreat?
The only way to save Palaven now is to hold our ships back for the Crucible. But if I'm wrong, then a lot of other Turian families won't be as lucky as mine.
That's a hell of a gamble. No other options?
If there are, I can't see them. It all comes down to the Crucible now.
And ruthless calculus.
How are you holding up, Shepard? This all has to be taking a toll.
There's only so much fight in a person. Only so much death you can take
before your friend picks you up, dusts you off, and tells you you're the best damn soldier he's ever met.
No,
we'll get through this.
That's true.
We always do. Not something you can ever get used to. Seeing a world go down like that. Thousands of years of civilization on fire. But it wasn't your fault. Thessia was already gone by the time we got there.
True.
And maybe you checked on Liara. She must be devastated. That's not something you ever forget. Shepard, this is when you take all your anger and frustration, bottle it up, then use it to rearrange every molecule in Kai Lang's body. You'll get your chance.
We will.
Another time, maybe.
And when it comes, as usual, he'll have a shit ton of backup. It won't be a fair and sensible fight. It will be, first time he's got a gunship behind him. No, sorry, the first time he gets beaten by Thane. a Drell who's, at the end of his life and can barely breathe before he even starts fighting. The second time it's Thessia and he's got a gunship. And the third time he's got a squad of phantoms and Cerberus troops around him as well.
Commander, we were just talking to Liara. She's a strong one.
I'd say her world's just been completely rocked.
Completely? Adams and I were just remembering Noveria and the terrible way her mother died. Liara seemed so together afterward. Couldn't have been easy. For weeks, she told me stories about her mother. Yeah, me too. I have a feeling she'll be okay. Yeah. Hope so. I'm really glad she has you to comfort her. And don't worry about Kai Lang. Now that we've seen his dirty moves, next time, he's getting his ass kicked. Count on it. Can't wait to get back out there.
Oh, hello, Commander.
We were just double-checking the thermal ducts.
I'm sure you were. Carry on.
Shepard,
Commander.
Good for you two.
Do you think Shepard noticed?
I'm sure she did.
I'm so embarrassed.
Nothing to be embarrassed about. Here we go.
Those were all lies back there.
They were not.
They were
My
not.
people weren't animals for your kind to experiment on.
You wanted to know more about your history, Asari. Now you do.
I have a name. It's Liara Tassoni, and I'd appreciate.
Hey! Settle down.
My home was just destroyed, and all he can do is gloat.
Given what's happened today, I think you owe Liara an apology, Javik.
Apologize for the truth?
For not doing more. You're a Prothean. You were supposed to have all the answers. How could you not stop this from happening?
We believed you would. Long ago, we saw the potential in your people. Even then, it was obvious. The wisdom, the patience. You were the best hope for this cycle. So you were guided when necessary.
Well, it didn't work.
You're still alive, aren't you? Your world may have fallen, but as long as even one Asari is left standing, the fight isn't over.
I guess that goes for Protheans, too.
Despair is the enemy's greatest weapon. Do not let them wield it. Liara Tassoni.
See, what's really interesting about the Asari is that it's literally true for them. So long as there's one Asari left standing, they can reproduce because they don't need another Asari to reproduce with. And they, as long as they reproduce with different, genetic, with different partners, different races, then they won't be, their progeny will not be, essentially interbred. They'll be fine. Their race could technically rebuild itself from one surviving Asari. So interestingly, if we were to all fail this, and we were going to put someone in a stasis pod for 50,000 years, the way we did with Javik, the way the Protheans did with Javik, then Asari would be the best choice because they can reproduce with whatever cycles follow.
That was unexpected. Thank you.
We still need her talents. If grief overcomes her, she will be lost to us.
So did you actually mean what you said?
Does it matter?
Liara means a great deal to me. It matters.
Then I will tell you what you want to hear. I meant what I said.
Carry on.
It was good to see another of my kind, even if he was just a ghost. One more Prothean fights the Reapers. If there is to be victory in this war, it will be for all cycles. The living will avenge the dead. And do not concern yourself with Thessia's fate, Commander. The loss of a planet is insignificant next to the loss of the galaxy. I suffered many defeats in the last war, Commander. Let this loss be the fuel that powers your rage. Your Liara Asari asks many questions. You'd think she'd never seen a Prothean before. I am with my own thoughts.
She hasn't personally, mate. But as we've found out, her race sure has.
Have you filed your story on Thessia yet?
No. Commander.
Speak to James and Cortez, and then back up to speak to Liara.
With you till the end, Shepard.
The Archon visor, that's ridiculous. The Umbra visor, what does that give us? Power damage. God, that looks ridiculous. Why do they all look so stupid? The Sentry interface is the only one I can tolerate. really thought I'd get the oh, I don't need this, do I? That I would get them. That's what I want. So that's the Ceres Council gauntlets. So I'd quite like the whole Ceres Council outfit. So I will be heading to the Citadel and buying that bit of armour. Obviously I missed it in the... it must have been in... it must have been in Thessia somewhere and I must have missed it.
Hey, for what it's worth, I know how it feels to lose like that. I know that doesn't make it easier, but you're just human like the rest of us.
If you're trying to make me feel better, it's not working, Lieutenant.
Hey, everyone on this ship knows you did all you could. You need to cut yourself some slack. Whatever it takes to get that data back from Cerberus. We're behind you. Whatever it takes to end this.
Noted.
I'm ready to see Earth again, Shepard.
Right then. Quick chat with Liara.
She went straight to her cabin. She's not answering her comm.
How bad?
I've never seen Liara like this. Not even after Noveria.
Damn.
Can you talk to her? You've known her as long as any of us. And with Palaven...
I'm just another damn reminder of how many people are dying. You should talk to her.
I just regained my homeworld. She just lost hers.
Well, I don't have any magic words. She needs time. Maybe call her later.
She went straight to her cabin. She's not answering her comm.
How bad?
I've never...
I'll go talk to Liara.
Good. When she went by... she just really needs you right now. I've studied Protheans my entire life. If I'd been shown the beacon on Thessia earlier...
You would have needed Shepard's cipher to comprehend it.
I still could have learned from it. Instead, my mother hid the galaxy's most important archaeological find from me. It must have been such a joke to her when I became a Prothean researcher.
The penalties for withholding Prothean technology are among the harshest in Council space. Your mother's motives may have been simply to shield you.
Perhaps. Thank you, Edie. I hadn't considered that. How did this happen, Shepard? My entire civilization. The Asari's history. The Protheans made it a lie all along. And I abandoned my people to hunt for the catalyst.
You'd never do that.
They're dying by the millions. I told those people on Thessia we'd save them. How many Asari died because I demanded their help?
None.
Shepard, that isn't true.
You've been warning your people for 4 years, Liara. There's not a damn thing you should feel guilty about. If we move fast enough, they'll have a chance to survive this, to start again. We lost Thessia, but we haven't lost the Asari yet.
Helping the refugees. That's something I can do. It's something I owe them.
I knew you'd think of something.
I still need some time, Shepard. But thank you. I need some time, Shepard.
Can't let disappointment stop me from learning Prothean's history. It's just as naive as thinking they were all benevolent. And perhaps I've been arrogant, judging an entire species on what little time I've had to know its sole survivor. He was hardly responsible for the skewed view I had of his people. Put forward the idea of writing a book with Javik, and to my surprise he said he'd think about it. Perhaps it's a start. Possible book titles: Protheans, A Living Legacy, The Prothean Empire, The Protheans, The Last Protheans, Living History of the Protheans. I despise thinking up titles for my own academic research. Prothean Journeys, Journeys with the Prothean, Journeys with the Prothean. Come on, someone has to write that book.
What will happen to the Asari now? The Council should have evacuated Thessia earlier.
Greetings, Commander.
Well, I think that's us for tonight. Next up is the N7 mission, where they're attacking a comms station, I think. And so we'll go there and do that. We'll be going to the Citadel to buy some more goodies, do a bit more galaxy exploration in case there's more stuff to get, and then we'll be off to Sanctuary on Horizon, and we'll see what hell that the Cerberus has got there. So do please like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell icon for notifications of the next upload. Join us then.